Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Please check out my How I Became a Targeted Individual summary and or How I Became a Targeted Individual full story. This is not going to be a long video, guys. I literally just got on TikTok. I'm considering possibly posting content on there. I'm not sure yet. Right now, I'm sticking to YouTube, but I did hear that a lot of targets are on TikTok. So I went over there just to explore. And of course, I looked at Michael Barden. You know, I'm a big fan of his. And I found that he had a recent video where he showed the patents for the mind control technology that is used on targets. So if you checked out my prior videos, let me go there really quickly. You'll see that in the thought manipulation documentation video. I believe in that one. No, it wasn't that one. It was this one. The targeted individuals are victims of mind control. And you see the thumbnail that says Mind Control MK Ultra. And that one, I shared a clip of Michael Barden's video where he's talking about this technology that they have patents for, where they can literally push thoughts into your brain and voices if they want it. It's scary. But then also there was another video I shared it in. I think in this RFID and nanobots injected into targets video, I believe in this video as well. I shared the clip of Michael Barden's video where he's talking about the patented technology used on targets. Well, now he actually has a screenshot of the patent. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys. It's on his TikTok. So this is his TikTok. Go ahead and follow.
Synthetic telepathy, thoughts that are put into an individual's head without their consent. That's crazy. Who would do that? Well, we can start with DARPA, IARPA, National Institute of Health, the CIA. This is a document from a fusion center released accidentally in a Freedom of Information Act. This is a book called Project Soulcatcher, written by a guy named Dr. Robert Duncan, who just happened to work for the CIA, DARPA, etc., etc. I mean, you ever heard of the BRAIN Initiative signed by President Obama? Check it out. You can look this up easily. So yeah, they've experimented with this technology on people that never gave their consent. Did I mention there's a U.S. patent for this technology? And it's right here. First patented in 2003. Now you heard me mention the National Institute of Health. This right here is Christine Grady. She just happens to be the head of human experimentation for the National Institute of Health. Who happens to be married to Dr. Anthony Fauci? Imagine that. Synthetic telepathy.
So guys, this is a real thing. There are patents for this technology, so don't ever allow yourself to be gaslit into thinking that whatever you feel is happening if you're a target isn't happening. There are actual patents for this technology. And like I said, if you check out hold on, let me go there right now. I don't want to stay on here too long. If you check out my false allegations, you see that's the thumbnail, but it says disproving new allegations against me video, as well as my MK Ultra video, the one I was just showing you with the brain as the thumbnail. Where is it? There, yeah. And then also these two videos, my parts 1 and 2, more evidence to disprove new allegations against me. Not only am I providing clear evidence to refute the new allegations against me, and to know what I'm talking about, you'll have to listen to my story and then watch my newer videos. But not only do I have videos refuting that, but then I also have videos discussing this technology that's used on targets. Remember, I pissed a lot of people off in power. If you're familiar with my story, if you're not, please check it out. I pissed a lot of people off. I offended a lot of people when I tried to relocate off of this island because I didn't know how this program worked. So I had a lot of egregious reactions, and I was punished severely for those reactions when it was literally reactive abuse, me reacting to the abuse I was receiving. So when I got back to island, the same stuff pretty much continued, the same harassment. From what I understand, the technology works better when you're antagonized and under stress and duress. And so I remember specifically, throwing my hand up in the mark of the beast symbol. And that's something they ran with. And they've been using that to propel my targeting even more, or to punish me, or to try to insinuate horrible things about me. And I can't explain why I did that symbol with my hand. Up to now, I can't explain it. And I realize they're trying to frame me as what it feels like. I don't want to bear false witness, but that's what it feels like. Because I even remember a few months prior to doing that symbol with my hand, I had this weird dream, and they can do dream manipulation with this technology as well. Check out my MK Ultra video, or read that book that Michael Barden mentioned, Soul Catcher, because I heard about that book and I want to read it. This technology, they can push dreams into your head, thought manipulation V2K. So if they want to frame somebody, they can. And so I remember a few months prior, like about 2 months prior to doing the symbol with my hand, I had a weird dream. Thank the Most High, I told my mom about it, where basically I was sleeping and I was floating over this naked man. I know this is a weird dream, but I'm telling you what happened. And he was doing that symbol with his hand. And then all of a sudden I woke up and I was hearing a ringing in my ear. And I told my mom about it. And now I understand that the technology makes your ear ring. So I think that was them. And then all of a sudden, 2 months later, they're antagonizing me, sending death threats, basically, insinuating death. Check out my prior videos to my pool game, like hacking my pool game, in other words, and playing against me with avatars alluding to death. And so I got so angry because I felt like I hadn't done anything. And then I had already been through so much. And then it's like, now you're threatening my life. And so I remember I got so angry one night that I threw my hand up in that symbol, and I can't explain why I did it. I've been real and forthcoming in all my videos to the point where it's a detriment to me. They get mad at me because they say I have a big mouth and I'm too honest or too real or too brute, whatever the word is. But I haven't lied thus far. Everything I've said, I've been able to back up and support. It's actually, like I said, to the point where it's a detriment to me because I'm putting my foot in my mouth sometimes with my honesty. So for me, this is the only thing that it's just like I can't explain it. I've been very real about the fact that I can't explain why I did it. I just know I was angry and I did it. And now that I'm understanding this technology more and more, I almost feel like they were trying to frame me. That's why they ran with that. But anyways, check out my videos, guys, and just know that this technology exists. And it's just good to be aware of those things. There are countermeasures. I keep saying this in my newer videos, like shielding or using jammers. I just learned a little bit more information about the jammers. And apparently, it's kind of like you get lit up like a Christmas tree when you use a jammer, because they can turn on a signal. Basically, they can turn on something to find your frequency if you're using a jammer. But that's only if they know that you're using one. I feel like if you're on the go using one, they can't track you because you cut off the GPS signal, and they're not going to know where to search for you with this frequency, with this jammer. So I don't know. Just use at your own discretion, because the jammers are illegal too. So just use at your own discretion. I think they can still be a good countermeasure. You just have to do your research and be careful with them. But then another option is shielding. There's shielding paint. I was just looking into shielding paint. I found a shielding paint that can block RFID signal, cell signal. So these mosquito drones that they're using, it can cut off any remote control device that they're using or operating in your room. So basically, if you shield your room with the correct shielding paint, I'm going to do another video about that too, because I did a video already. Let me go there real quick. This video that says signal jamming and shielding. In that video, not only did I talk about jammers, but then I also talked about materials that you can use to shield your room. And then I very briefly at the end talked about shielding paint. But shielding paint is what you really need to be looking into. So I might do a second video about that. But I was just doing my research and I found some videos giving good information about it. And they have some really good shielding paints out there that can block off these signals so they can't neuro monitor you or use the technology on you, like the mind control and whatever else, or even reading your thoughts or pushing thoughts and dreams into your head. That can't happen if you shield off correctly. And then also too, you can shield off the signal to the mosquito drones, which are basically, check out my, sorry guys, check out this video. Oh, skipped it. RFID and nanobots injected, with the thumbnail of the mosquito swarm. Basically in that video, I'm giving you information about these mosquito drones that they use on targets. And basically the military has a whole arsenal of insect drones that they use to surveil targets 24/7. And these drones have cameras, microphones, and syringes on them, so they can inject targets with the RFID chip and nanobots. So even that, you can block the signal to these drones so they can't watch you or monitor you on these drones externally, nor can they monitor you internally via the RFID chip and nanobots. So that's why shielding is an important countermeasure that you should look into. So the point is, there are countermeasures, you just got to just do your research and figure things out. But anyways, I wanted to share that patent with you guys. I was so ecstatic when I found it. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace out.